Good morning, everyone. This is Joe Metzger coming to you from our Tuesday morning Truckee Meadows Networking Group. Our speaker today is Nate Lance, and Nate is going to tell us all about barter. Nate, take it away.
Thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Nate with Western Trade Alliance. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how you can use barter to help soften the blow of inflation, or what we're calling an inflation buster. So meet Joe. I mean Joe. Joe, the restaurant owner. Joe needs new customers and a facelift, but he can't afford it because he doesn't have any customers coming to the door, so he needs new customers too. Joe makes a smart decision and he joins Western Trade Alliance. WTA starts sending Joe new customers. With the trade dollars Joe earns, Joe buys advertising and remodels. Word of mouth from WTA members, because when we bring new customers to the door, they're going to tell their friends and family what a great experience they had at Joe's restaurant. The advertising that he bought through the barter network, and the new look brings Joe new customers to the door. And this is the math, and this is the important piece. This is how, by using barter, you can actually save money and bust inflation a little bit. So Joe's restaurant needs to get painted. If he would have gone to, say, Google and found a person to remodel and they were going to charge $1,000, he would have done the work. The vendor would have done the work. Joe would have wrote him a check, and all would have been good. Now, when Joe uses the Western Trade Alliance person to do the remodeling, he pays that $1,000, the same he would have paid in the cash roll, but he's paying him back in his cost of goods. And what cost of goods is, in a restaurant anyways, is the beer, the burgers, the wine, all the stuff that the customers consume while they're there. Everything else in a restaurant, regardless of what it is paid for regardless if a person walks through the door or not. So the power, the staff, the waiters, the waitresses, the cooks, the rent, all of that stuff, regardless if a person walks through the door or not, is paid for. So when a restaurant with cost of goods is about 30%, that's typically what a restaurant's cost of goods is. So that would be $300 that they pay back to their vendors, the suppliers for the beer, the wine, the burgers, and all that stuff. We make our money here. So in essence, that $1,000 in cash that Joe would have paid had he gone to Google, he really only paid $360 for it, and he saved $640, helping his cash flow, helping keep the costs down, helping to bust inflation. Now Joe's happy and he even has enough money left over for that facelift. Do you have any questions?
So, Nate, let me kind of reiterate, make sure I've got it right. So, instead of paying the $1,000 to the vendor, you're using the cost of your goods for $1,000 to give him $1,000 worth of barter credit, right?
Yeah, so in essence, when Joe brought in the new customers, they paid him in trade dollars. Now he has $1,000 in trade dollars that he can spend in the network. And then that cost of goods, that 30% of that, so that $1,000 they come in and for every $10 that one of my people come in and spend, it costs him $3 to replace the beer, the wine, the burgers, and that kind of stuff.
Got it. And how big is the network? How many people can we trade with?
Over 500.
So. What kind of industries do you trade with?
Oh, all over the map. We call it everything from accounting to Zuba. So everything in between.
Nice. Yeah. Other questions? All right, Nate, tell us how people can get a hold of you.
Really easy to find, westerntradealliance.com, Nate at westerntradealliance.com, 775-636-8191. I'm at extension 4. And just on a side note, tonight at Farino Distillery from 5 to 7, we'll be having our monthly mixer for the Alliance in Northern Nevada.
Awesome. So yeah, if you want to check out a great barter company. Now, let me tell you personally, barter really works. In the time that I've known Nate, and I'm a part of Western Trade Alliance, I've probably spent and bought well over $50,000 in the years that I've known Nate, and it can be a great help. So give him a jingle. And if you're looking for a referral group that's thinking outside the box, and when your speakers speak, they put them on Facebook and LinkedIn and all the different social media, give us a call here at Trucking Meadows Networking, 775-772-5895. Thanks, and we will see you guys next week.